something else that's in the news, this question of Iran and whether Israel is going to strike Iran. What's happening now is America is bringing forces out of the region, embassy, non-essential personnel in the embassies. Okay, so we don't know that Israel's going to attack, but if they do, and there's signs that they might, what happens next? What's next up for that? And to me, the two big things are, what does Iran do to respond? What is Iran's response militarily and otherwise if they are attacked by Israel? And then what's next up for the United States, for the other big powers with a concern about the region, China, Russia, Saudi Arabia in particular. And so I'm not focused so much on whether the attack's coming, although I'm thinking about that, obviously. But if that does occur, what's next up? And that's what we should be thinking about, because the attack, if it happens, presuming it's at least somewhat successful, okay, Israel said we can't let Iran develop a nuclear weapon. The United States, at least tacitly, will say, Israel, you got to do what you got to do. But how's everybody going to respond after that? Iran could attack American assets in the region. They could make attacks on the homeland here. They could attack Israel. They almost certainly would attack Israel. What's next up there is super important, and that's a great concern to me. And I'd say again, real lives of real people. One of the reasons for years people have said it would be unwise for the United States or Iran, or Israel rather, to use military force against Iran to limit their capacity to develop a nuclear weapon is the impact. One of the impacts of 9/11, whatever you think about 9/11 and how the United States responded to it, there's no doubt that the millions and millions of young people, Muslims, Arabs, others in the region, they don't look that kindly towards the United States because of their view of the nature of the American response. The United States, in responding, killed a lot of people in Iraq in order to try to do what needed to be done. And an attack on Iran's nuclear program, however it's conducted, is going to have huge implications for people in the region and for our kids here in the United States. Because obviously the long-term aspiration is to get along with the Iranian people, to get along with everybody who lives in the region who might react negatively to an Israel attack. We got to think about that. We got to think about what's next, and we got to think about the real lives of real people. Don't be too much where the puck is. Be where the puck is going.